Gun them, listen to me now. I buy 3 guns in Jamaica. One I gun them, and from a friend them. No boy can diss my friend them and get to it. That is a matic. You see, second gun is a Uzi. That gun is for my sister. Anybody diss my sister, get that. You see, the last gun I buy, officer, is a rifle. I buy the rifle for any boy this, my mother. I get the rifle there. I don't know if a boy disrespect.
Que pasa, sac passe, what they do. Welcome to Crime Time News, where the difference is in the meds. Call it news with a buzz. This one is called Only in Jamrock, Only in the Dancehall. Based on the video that you just saw, where else per Master God Earth this could happen? There's a saying that goes something like this: confession is good for the soul. However, self-snitching, it is bad for your health, your freedom, and possibly even your life. So therefore, whenever you self-snitch to the po, it might be detrimental for you living. Did you see the reaction of the inspector of po when this youth was actually confessing self-snitching that, listen, me not only have 1 gun, me have 2 gun, me have 3 gun, and he explained who and what they are for. This inspector is probably some parent of him. She knows him. She probably knew him when he was a little boy, when him just born and drop on him head and in some sorts of mental institution. So probably she is proud. She is being patient. She has said, well, him never supposed to mount anything. However, at least now him a select sound. At least now he is making something productive of himself. She probably thought that this youth is a mental case. However, at least he is trying. What this speaks, it speaks volume about the culture of dancehall, in which abnormality is now the new normal. Where people, just for the hype, they would lose their stripe, they would lose their freedom, they would lose their life. So therefore, hype for sanity. People, it is crazy out there. And this is a perfect example of what Jamaica has sunk into. It sink into the abyss of hell. So people, just based on this video, do you think that this youth is right in his head? Do you think that the po was right to just watch and let this all unfold? Do you think that Jamaica is a normal place, or is Jamaica Bellevue Central? Does this video shows and prove that, listen, something wrong, the country gone to the abyss of hell. Point blank and period. Further on in the news, it got very serious. It got DEADLY for Cyrus. Based on information, it is said that an unfortunate incident occurred in a place called Mount Salem, Salt Spring, that is in Montego Bay, maybe about a day or 2 ago. The person that you see on the screen, his name is Cyrus. Now, people, I don't like to stereotype people and cause any sorts of judgment on anybody, especially when them lose them life. Condolences to the family. Not so much any sorts of sympathy part for any sorts of criminal-looking elements or criminal in Jamaica. But my point is this: if you actually did some sorts of Google search or Siri search for Cyrus the Chopper, this is the picture that you would probably see, meaning the stereotypical bleach out, braid up, tattoo up, showing some sorts of gang sign, some sorts of Hennessy the brown bottle, polo, down to the shoes, down to the socks. However, it seems as if their brain is infected by polio. Pretty much them have some sorts of slow mentality that make them put themselves in the same category as in DEAD. Moral of the story is this: if you live by the GUN, you live as a sort of gangster, you live life in the fast lane, you are always going to CRASH and burn. Blaze like lightning, crash like thunder. So therefore, Cyrus got it serious. He should have asked Siri to see what was going to be the sad outcome. I saw it go. Such is the case as it pertains to Cyrus. Point blank and period.
Sickler, the man kill Jamar to Sickler. Jamar!
Further on in the news, don't you notice that whenever there's any sorts of confrontation with residents and the Popo, especially in some sorts of garrison place, the reports are always black and white, polar opposite. That of the side of the Popo, that of the side of the residents. This is called the truth-seeking mission. Now, people, this incident occurred off the Winston Jones Highway, Winston Jones High School to be specific. They had some sorts of family fun day. This is the second family fun day in as much days in which people lose their life or get badly injured. Based on the side of the Popo, it is said that Mr. Jamar and some people got in some sorts of confrontation. Mr. Jamar was allegedly under the influence of J-Ray and nephew. Him used him vehicle mow down a man that is 25 and a child that is 16. The Popo then tried to stop him. When the Popo tried to stop him, he then tried to run over the Popo allegedly with that vehicle. It was when an off-duty Popo wheel and pop off blaze up X amount of corn at him, hitting him right in his vehicle. The audio or video that you're listening to is of his friends, persons that were there saying, Jano, me can't believe so the man K-I-L-L Jamar. Now, people, based on the side of the residents, like I tell you, this is his friends that sent me some sorts of message. They said, yes, there was some sorts of confrontation. However, the confrontation was not with Jamar. Jamar was driving his car. His cousin was in some sorts of confrontation with some people. He was driving his vehicle. His cousin was in at the back seat. Pull over, pull up on him, blaze up some can, and then claim, sister, him try run you over. Now, people, when we hear what the Popo had to say and the amount of things that allegedly happened in their reports. First thing first, confrontation. Second thing, 2 people got mowed down. Third thing, he was tried to be stopped by the Popo. He did not obey. He then tried to use his vehicle and run over the Popo. Their side of the story is that the Popo just pull up. Him have him cousin at the backseat. Popo just pull up on him vehicle and blaze up some can and say, see him try liquid over. People, like I said, there are always 2 to 3 sides to every sort of story. The Popo side, the resident side. This is a truth-seeking mission. Don't know exactly what transpired. However, if I listen to the side of the Popo and based on the history of the Popo, based on the history of residents, it is hard to come to any sorts of conclusion. However, the side of the story of the Popo sounds a little bit more credible or likely. If there was in fact 2 persons mowed down, if there was in fact some sorts of breath analyzer test and this man was actually D-R-U-N-K, if this man was actually in some sorts of confrontation, people like me say, me never did it. I am just giving you both sides of the story. You decide which side makes sense, which side does not make any sorts of sense, and let me know in the comment section. So like I said, second such incident in which people losing their life. Back to back. One in a St. Mary, youth get caught up. 4 other people also get caught up. 1 person lose them life. Again at a high school. First one, St. Mary High School in a Highgate, St. Mary. Second one, Manchester, Winston Jones High School at Winston Jones Highway. So people, like me said, tragedy. This seems to be the very disturbing trend in a Jamaica. Point blank and period. Further on in the news, it is called, don't come around here if you're not from around here. And even if you're from around here, it makes no sorts of difference. You will lose your life at the hands of friends. Friends turn enemy. I am speaking about a war that has been going on in a place called Dunkirk. Elliston Road is kind of conflicting close to Little KC, them call it. Blackstreet, Wellis Kelly. It is said that a young youth that attended Vauxhall High School, he is said to be a family member of a noted football player from Portmore named something another Deere, Kevin Deere. I think his name is, don't quote me. Based on the information, it is said that he was blazed up, pop, at least one in the head. Don't have his pictures, however, I have the pictures of him laying on the ground. About 3 or so, he was in some sorts of light blue jean shorts and a black hoodie, black t-shirt, BLOODY up. Because of YouTube's policy, I cannot show that video. Based on information that I am getting, this is because of some sorts of war in a place called Dunkirk, top and bottom. Wellis Kelly, Blackstreet, them call it. Like me say, people are wonder, people are ponder, call them I say, then hold on a minute. Then them no know, so the little youth you come from round here. However, people, the sad situation is that this youth also lost a brother that was 14 last year. He was taken out because of some sorts of gambling. Him and next man a fight, and the next man juke him up, take him out. STABBED him to DEATH over allegedly $10. Cannot validate or verify, me just I tell you what the street has say. Based on the information, it is said that that place is what we call the Friend KILLER capital of Jamaica. The people them round the coal. The man we are locked the place a youth named Bob. Him take away anybody. As a matter of fact, it is said that he is responsible for a hairdresser that lost her life around here in the vicinity of Princess Street or so. So therefore, these people, top and bottom, one street, a war for the longest time from 2015, that is in excess of about 8 to 9 years. Call it the Jamaican version of the 100-year war. So the people must say, well, sometime it flare up, sometime it lay dormant like the average volcano. However, it seems as if it kick off again, and this youth was the latest victim. I have spoken to persons that are from around there, and them tell me, say, listen, and not just me, all sorts of people get 8, 6, 9 can. Some people live, some people don't make it, some people have to end up a runway. Because these people, they are cold and as callous as it gets. These people don't even want to hear say you're a part of the opposition. Them just want to see you talk to somebody. Them don't know the content of the conversation. However, if them just pre up and feel as if you are joined or aligned with the enemy, you could lose your life. So therefore, you could be innocent, not a part of any sort of gang affiliation, don't have any sort of family, not a family or a kin of Quaker. However, if them just feel as if you are the enemy, then you are going to get it. It has been going on for the longest time. This youth, 17-year-old student or was a student of Vauxhall, lose him life because of some sorts of GANG war. Even though the people them probably know, say, listen, him not have nothing to do with it. Him just associate there with the wrong people, guilty by affiliation or association. So people, like I said, place like Dunkirk, it is notorious for Friend KILLERS. People that live there, they might get comfortable because they have no sorts of choice. They are pretty much stuck between a rock and a hard place. However, sometimes you have to have some sorts of mass exodus that